Well, everybody else is gone. Ryder and I are totally alone in a huge area, and I don't like it.
Peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
Now I am walking down the middle of the main road. I'm not afraid anyone's going to hit me because nobody comes down here. I haven't seen anybody drive down this way in days. It takes me 8 minutes to drive to Family Dollar, so I'm not like way in the middle of nowhere. But the closest other rig to me is a mile away. It's just me and Ryder. That's it. It is kind of nice.
I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul.
That's no reflection on the people who were around me. I love them. You know, they were great to camp with. At one point we had kind of a core group of 5 people here, and then it got up to 8 at the most. I mean, it's not like we're in each other's face. We were camped together, but a lot of times the only time we saw each other was at 5:30 or so when we took our little sunset walk. Ryder's really gonna miss his little pack because there were plenty of dogs too. And I had a blast with everybody. But the air is different when there's nobody else around. I don't know how to explain it.
I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my
It's great. And when I say alone, I mean I'm camped alone. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go into town, do my laundry, take a shower, have a meal maybe. I'm not in isolation. I'm just camping alone. And there's something so magical about that.
It's not even about the absence of other humans. It's about having nobody else to be aware of and nobody else who's aware of me. That can happen even in a crowd when you're on the road.
I have crossed the country 8 times by myself. I've spent nights in truck stops alone or casino, parking lots or whatever, and I have really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed being by myself. Well, I can't say I've loved every minute of it because, I rolled a bus over. I've had some mechanical problems. I can't say I loved all those. I can't say I enjoyed it more than I would have with someone else because I've only ever crossed the country with someone else once, and that was on my honeymoon. Very different back then. That wasn't the best trip in the world, but some of the best times I've had on the road, the freest I've felt, have been honestly when I'm alone. Well, not completely alone. There's always a dog involved. Now, does that make me an introvert? A lot of people out here identify as introverts. And then there's all these other designations, like an introvert with extroverted tendencies and an extrovert with introverted tendencies and all this other stuff. Personally, I'm not big on categorizing myself. I guess if I had to pick one, I'd say I was an extrovert, but I have to say I can pretty much be a keep to myself kind of girl. At some points in my life, I would say I would go full on extrovert. At other times, I'd say full on introvert. Now, I am an awkward person socially. I've had plenty of challenges in that area. I have plenty of anxiety around social stuff. I'm the kind of person that back in my drinking days, which, that was a long time ago, but back in my drinking days, I would go take a book and sit in a bar and read my book. And I wanted to be in the bar because I wanted the energy of other humans around me. But I wanted my book because it meant that I didn't have to talk to them. I used to like to say about myself that I would watch a 3-hour-long movie about any person on earth before I would talk to them for 3 minutes. I did not feel comfortable in my own skin. And it was hard to be around people because what used to be in my head was, oh, they don't really want to meet me. I don't want to bother them. Why would they want to talk to me? They can't really want to be my friend. That wall that I put up made me seem like I was unapproachable. Nowadays, I just don't think that way. When I go into any social situation, I'm more likely to be the person who will speak first and break the ice. Now, I think maybe that person needs somebody to talk to. Maybe that person needs a friend. I'm at a comfortable place with myself at this point, and I like the idea of making other people feel comfortable too. I guess you could call that an extrovert. Everything is perspective. Here, this is the main road. Somewhere else, this is barely a path they would bother to turn onto. In some environments, I would be considered an introvert. In some environments, I'd be considered an extrovert. The bottom line is, I think that everybody needs people. And I think that everybody needs to recharge. And, you know, everybody's a strong word. I'm sure there's people out there who don't need people, but I don't know who they are. I don't think I've met them. It's too windy to break camp right now. But once the wind dies down, I'm going to pack up and I'm going to move over to Camp David. Even though David's not there, that's what we call it, because he's the pioneer of that camp. I'm going to move over there and camp with Pat and Pam and Deb and Janet, whoever else is over there. And I will have a great time there, like sitting around a campfire with people. But before I move over there, I'm going to be here by myself for a while, just me and Reiner. I could use a month of this, to be totally honest. Kat and I have to go to Phoenix because she's got a big doctor appointment, and we're going there to see what the doctors have to say after her PET scan. So I don't really get a month to myself, and that's okay. You know, I'll take what I can get. I will be an introvert for the time being and an extrovert later, I guess. None of this means that I don't want you to come out here and see me. Just not right now. Just not today. Our paths will cross soon, I'm sure. Safe travels.